What's up, YouTube? Nova Piper. Doing back-to-back videos here. I just did my giveaway draw. Now I'm doing a regular old rambling pipe video. Eric Stockaby, 1931. Yep, Eric Stockaby, 1931. The orangey color one. Great pipe. Probably my favorite pipe out of all the pipes I own. Fairly good sized bowl on it. And I'm smoking plum pudding. Love the stuff. So my first week of school is over. I've wrote 3 exams and a typing test. So pass the typing test, it's either you pass or you don't, so I got through that no problem. And then I wrote 3 exams so far, so I'm breezing through it. It's easy stuff, so I got a 100%, a 95%, and a 95%. And it's a private college, it's a business college, so it's pretty simple and straightforward. I'm sure there'll be some challenges. It's web design's what I'm taking, so yeah, my first week went well. I have two new school friends, and yeah, I've been doing some shopping. Yesterday, I went out, and my mission was to buy a flannel shirt. So we went to one of the bigger malls around here. It was fucking packed. I ended up buying a onesie, the Moose outfit, Moose costume. It's a onesie. It's great. I always wanted one. Fit me. I'm a pretty big guy. Then we went to the Army Navy surplus store, and I dropped a lot of cash. I bought some. I bought like 3 pairs of camo pants. I bought a friggin' surplus winter jacket, man, 3/4 length. Goose feather. Super warm. I got a badass, not this, but I got a different hat that I had on. Look at my head all fucked up, eh? Wow. I'll tell you about today's purchases when I get to it, but bought a big winter hat with the flaps that come down, man. I bought a face mask. I bought a couple of shirts. Holy jeez, I bought all kinds of shit. I went crazy. Never get a flannel shirt. Today, I got up early, and me and my buddy, I left the house about 8:30, and we went to the flea market. I hadn't been to the flea market in years. He goes every week. And I dropped a fortune on sterling. I bought all these sterling fucking chains, between either $1 or $2 a gram. One guy was selling them for $1 a gram. Another guy was doing $2 a gram, but he gave me a discount because I bought so much. My buddy bought me this chain. Guy that stays with me bought me this chain last week, just as a gift, because I don't charge him rent, and he's got his own room, and he just fixes the house and runs errands and shit. Digging up some fucking skull rings. And I'm not allowed. I always had them, but I was never. My last job, I couldn't wear them. I had to tie my hair back. I had to dress in a fucking monkey suit. I had a big long beard. I had to cut that off. So I cleaned the house and found a bunch of skull rings, and then I got into my sterling shit, and I got a whole bunch more on order for this hand. And then we went to a Gothic Christmas show, and I got this. I bought this today, the handmade bowler hat. I always wanted a bowler hat, but they're hard to find around here. It says Mrs. Milligan's Millinery and Haberdashery. Mrs. Mulligan's Millinery and Haberdashery. Find us on Facebook or mmmh.ca. Made in Nova Scotia. So it's a handmade hat. Always wanted a bowler hat. There's a pipe tree. I always see you got one on. That's pretty cool. And Pip, I think, has one. But But I always like the look of a bowler hat. I'm gonna get some leather strap, put around it with some fucking hardware on it, kind of thing. Kind of do it up in my style. And what else did I buy today? Bought one of them clip-on guitar tuners for your headstock. I always wanted one of them, so I got one of them. Oh, excuse me. Selfie stick. I'm using my selfie stick here. I have a selfie stick, a little tripod stand now, because I always use a microphone stand. And it comes with this little Bluetooth thing. I have no fucking idea how to. I don't use Bluetooth, so I'm gonna Google it and try to figure this so that I can like work the camera with this, but I don't know how. So I gotta go learn how to do that, because it's a cheap tripod and it's all wiggly and stuff. But it would be great as a selfie stick to kind of walk around with. So that might be fun. That might be fun to do. The temperature today, about 3 or 4 degrees out. It's kind of rainy and shitty. It's not really raining. Raining yesterday. It's not really raining, but everything's wet and damp. Oh yeah, I did go and buy a flannel shirt today too. So in the last week, I probably spent like $1,500 on myself. I haven't done that in a long time, but just motivated. Yeah, I decided to buy a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I just threw them all on my wrist. Right, there's 4 chains there. Some of them are bracelets and some of them are chains, but I've always liked sterling, so I took them. And the trick with it is, I used to do this. I did this with my rings too. Is you fill a pot of water with like a liter of water and a tablespoon or 2 of baking soda, and then you take a piece of tin foil, shiny side up, and boil the water, and you drop your silver onto the tin foil and just let it sit for a little while, let it boil for a minute or 2, and you take it out, you dry it off, run it under warm water, kind of rinse it off, and the water turns black. Not black, but it gets a lot of the oxidization off of your silver. I use toothpaste on the chains and shit too, you know, jewelry cleaner. Oh Jesus, I forgot about my Amazon orders, man. Fuck, I'm spending a fortune. Ronan Piper's been helping me out with the harmonica. I should have brought that out. He's teaching me some stuff, and I've been working on a diatonic scale and on an old G harp that I have. He said that it's hard to learn on, and you know, he's been really helping me out quite a bit. So I bought a C harmonica, a Suzuki Manji, he told me, and he turned me on to some harmonica players online. And I didn't know Suzuki even made harmonicas. I always thought Horner was the best, but he's telling me to get the Suzuki, and can't wait to get it. Apparently the G is really, you need a lot of air to blow on a G harp, so he said C is definitely a good one to learn on. And when I didn't know what I was doing when I bought it, and there's a reason I bought it, and it has to do with music theory. I thought G major, and because I play in a minor key, so the relative minor of G is E minor, but that's not how it works. I guess I'd have to play D minor on a new blues harp. So the C harp, I think I'd play G minor if I was doing second position or cross harp, they call it. Never mind. Buying a harmonica. I want to learn how to play blues harp. So right now I'm just doing my diatonic, in other words, you know, do, re, mi, that scale. This is my second coffee today, completely overstimulated. School's got me wound right up. What I like to do when I get these videos up, I think what I might do is I want to, I'm going to grab the acoustic, and I want to do Waves of Java. Got me into the song Black by Pearl Jam. Well, I love Pearl Jam. I love that album, but it was this crazy chick that's been driving me fucking nuts. I'm not even going there. And he said, man, you should, the lyrics in Black for Pearl Jam sounds like exactly what you're going through. And so I got right into it. Learned it on the guitar, because I'm playing a lot of guitar lately. And I've actually got it where I've been playing it and singing it. So I think I might do a video of me jamming out to that, an acoustic version of Black, doing some singing. I might give that a try with my new selfie stick and tripod. So that might be fun. I could do schoolwork from home. I've been zipping right along, but I'm overdoing it. I get obsessed with shit. So I'm having a hard time coping. There are a lot of changes that happened in my life. Going back to school, crazy chick, you know, losing weight and stuff, which is okay. I'm eating, you know, I'm just not focused on food and stuff like that. Everything in my life has just changed all of a sudden in the last few months. So that's cool. This is great tobacco, man. I love this shit. So I've been getting into a lot of music lately. But completely forget what I was talking about there. I don't really script these videos, right? I just sit here and shoot this shit. But yeah, I've got a lot of things going on in my life, and I was taking it easy because I wasn't working and I was just drawing pogey and planning to go back to school, and I didn't tell anybody this. Nobody knows this except my YouTube guys, my YouTube buddies. I spilled the beans. Even on my Facebook, my personal Facebook, I don't talk about that shit. Nobody on there knows any of my business, right? Nobody on there knows. I keep all my social media separate. So my Instagram and my YouTube are linked together, I think. But my personal Facebook isn't linked with any of that. I have all separate emails for shit, like my Nova Piper 902 email. It's nothing to do with anything else. Anonymity. But yeah, I got a lot of things happening in my life, so I said, man, I'm going to do some shopping. And I dropped some pile of cash on myself. Shitload of clothes, even boots, man. I bought some nice winter work boots, you know, all that jazz. I wanted one flannel shirt. That's all I wanted. My quest for a flannel shirt cost me probably $1,500 Canadian. So go on, do your exchange rates and figure that out. But man, I love that Army Surplus store. Fuck, I was just going through the place and just putting it on the counter. It's like, man, you got to give me a discount for all the shit I'm buying. And he goes, and when he rang it up, he goes, so it comes to this, and after your military discount, this is your total. So he gave me a military discount, so that's kind of fun. That was funny. I got a kick out of that. I got to learn how to use this. I got to learn how to use this thing. I have no idea. That's the remote for this, the Bluetooth on my phone, but I don't use Bluetooth. I don't know how to work it. I bought it at a flea market, man. Fuck you. Who even knows if it works, right? Yeah, first time I was at a flea market in years. It was cool though. But apparently it's just the same people selling the same junk, so I'll go back in a few months. But I just went to buy jewelry, that's it. I wanted to go buy silver. I want to buy some silver chains, so I got a whole bunch. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to wear them or put them on my wrists or what. But I've always liked silver. I just never wore them, and then I found a bunch of my rings, and then I bought a whole bunch more rings, right? Some of the crazy, ugly shit, man. Look at that. It's fucking nuts. This wasn't steel, but I'm going to replace that one with a big old sterling fucking thing. But anyway. Oh, fucking hat, man. I like that hat. Handmade hat. That's pretty cool. I only have bowler hats I could find around here. We're all like novelty ones. My buddy found a cool one at the thrift store, but I got a different size head. So she was cool, man. She measured my head and all this shit and all that jazz. And she had a few hats. She was going to make me one, but she had one already made. And this was, some of them were a little, the crown, she calls it, were a little higher. I was trying on top hats. I was trying on driver hats, she called them. She had all kinds of cool shit, man. So anyway. Yep. Overstimulated. Thanks for watching. See ya.